Hi, my name is Rob, and I'm the Programme Manager for the Irish Research Council's Government of Ireland Postdoctoral Fellowship Programme. Thank you very much for agreeing to join our remote Outer International Board of Assessors. We've put together this short video to give you some guidance on how our assessment process works and on how to approach the assessment that you will be carrying out. The Government of Ireland Postgraduate Scholarship Programme and the Government of Ireland Postdoctoral Fellowship Programme are established national initiatives funded by the Department of Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science and managed by the Irish Research Council. They represent individual prestigious awards funding early career researchers who want to direct their own research project across all disciplines, and they are highly competitive. The Government of Ireland Postgraduate Scholarship Programme, or GOIPG, funds 1 to 4 year awards for researchers carrying out a master's or a PhD. It also comprises a number of awards funded by strategic funding partners supporting thematic scholarships. The Government of Ireland Postdoctoral Fellowship Programme, or GOIPD, funds 1 and 2 year fellowships, with the 1 year awards typically supporting the preparation of a publication such as a monograph, and the 2 year awards supporting a new research project. The assessment process consists of 2 phases. An initial remote peer review phase at the general disciplinary level by an Outer International Assessment Board, or OAB, of which you are a member. All applicants are read and scored by 2 assessors. Then the top-ranked applications are sent to an inner IAB, where they're read and scored by 2 inner IAB members before being discussed at a panel meeting to agree the final ranking and decide which applications are to be recommended for funding. It is important for you to note, as an outer IAB assessor, that the IRC applies the gender blinding of all applications and subscribes to the principles of the San Francisco Declaration on Research Assessment, or DORA, which we invite you to read, and which means that reviewers are asked not to consider journal metrics such as impact factor and H-index when reviewing applicants, and to therefore not mention these in your qualitative feedback. Finally, as a member of the outer IAB, we also ask that you abide to the IRC's Code of Conduct for Assessors and to our conflict of interest and confidentiality policies, links to which you will find on the online assessment forms and which you're asked to agree to on the form. As a member of the outer IAB, you're asked to provide useful, coherent and relevant comments on the application to aid the inner IAB in their discussion of which applications are to be recommended for funding. And it is therefore crucial that your comments reflect the scores you assign, that you avoid summarizing the proposal within the assessment or making comparisons with other proposals, and that your comments are clear, constructive, and don't include offensive, discriminatory or politically incorrect language. You must of course not identify yourself. Make sure that the reviews always correspond to the correct applications, and we would also ask that you use gender-neutral pronouns. You will see when completing the assessment forms that there is a minimum of 50 or 100 words for you to write per section, depending on the criteria. In addition to those of you who will review GOIPD applications, please note that qualitative anonymized feedback is provided to the applicants, which is not the case for GOIPG. We would ask that you pay particular attention when reviewing GOIPD applications, that your feedback outlines any weakness in the application and the reason or reasons why the applicant may have received a low score in the assessment criteria. We will provide you with sample comments, but you should not limit your feedback to these statements only, that you should ensure that your comments are aligned with the tone of the sample statements. Please don't refer to any content or information that is not contained within the application or comment on any of the information provided by the mentor or referees, as that information is confidential. And, of course, make sure any comments that you make about an application is factually accurate. There are 4 assessment criteria that you will be asked to evaluate: applicant, project, training and career development, and environment. With regards to the applicant's criteria, we ask that you consider the track record and academic qualifications of the applicant, as well as their research potential, including their research experience, their transnational and intersectoral mobility, as well as their scientific, practical, and management experience. Though it is important to note that research mobility has been removed from the terms and conditions of the programme as an eligibility criteria for researchers that apply to the GOIPD scheme. You will also consider any research outputs or results achieved by the applicant relative to their level of research experience, any evidence of independent thinking, and for GOIPD applicants, any leadership qualities they may present. You should also take into account the personal statement provided by the applicant, the quality of the preferences provided, and the match between the researcher's profile and the project. When assessing the project, you're asked to consider the clarity and coherence of the proposed research, the quality of the research design and methodologies, and the feasibility of proposed milestones, deliverables, and contingency plans. how the proposed research will advance state-of-the-art and make a contribution to existing knowledge, and how feasible the plans for dissemination and knowledge exchange of the proposed research are. Does the project sufficiently consider the relevant ethical issues and sex-gender dimensions? Does it clearly address all of the points requested in the proposed research section of the application? And is the proposal unnecessarily lengthy or rambling? Where relevant, does the application directly align with the strategic funding partner themes? Where new research is proposed, what is the potential of the research to advance fundamental understanding of the topic and/or potential for research impact and the degree to which the proposal addresses present or future socioeconomic needs? What is the originality and innovative nature of the project? And finally, what is the suitability of the proposed methodology and approach for the project? The last two criteria carry the least weight in the overall score, though the Training and Career Development Plan maximum mark is higher in GOIPD than in GOIPG. For both programs, you're asked to evaluate the clarity and quality of the Training and Career Development Plan provided by the applicant and to consider the potential for the development of new research-related and transferable skills and competencies, including those relevant to employment outside the traditional academic sector, as well as the applicant's capacity to acquire new knowledge and their clarity of thought as to how the fellowship or scholarship will impact on their career path, including for GOIPD applicants, their professional independence. Finally, we're asking you to evaluate the applicant's academic environment, referring primarily to the supervisor or mentor's comments, as well as any comments made by the applicant themselves about the supervisor or mentor and the host institution in the proposed research section of the application. Please make sure you do not discriminate against applicants based on any perceived notions of the merits of the selected host institution, and consider the suitability of the proposed supervisor or mentor and the suitability of the host institution to host the proposed research and to facilitate the development of the applicant's career. You will be carrying out your assessment through our Smart Simple online system, which can be accessed through the link provided in the guide for assessors and in the email notification which was sent to you by the GOI team. You should already be registered on the system and be in possession of a username, your email address, and a password. Before using the online system for the first time, please ensure your browser is updated. Smart Simple only supports the two most recent versions of Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Safari. If you experience any technical issues at any point, please clear the cache in your browser and continue. If the issue persists, please contact us at goi@research.ie and a member of the GOI team will help you. When you log into your profile, you will be met with the following page. Here you may access the assessments assigned to you by clicking on either the postgraduate applications ready for Outerboard or postdoctoral applications ready for Outerboard. Please take note of the schemes that you're assessing for. If you're assessing for both GOIPG and GOIPD, you may have assessments ready for you under both icons. Once you've clicked on the relevant icon, you will see the list of applications which you've been assigned to you. Click on the Print PDF button to view the application and on the Create button beside a particular application to generate the assessment form. You can then complete your assessment by filling in each section. Do not use the browser back button at any stage as you may lose essential information, and please ensure to always click Save Draft before navigating away from the assessment form. Again, if you're assessing on both schemes, your assessments will be available under two separate icons as shown in the previous slide. They are not all grouped together. You can access and edit your assessment forms as often as you like prior to submitting them by logging in, clicking on the relevant icon, and then on Edit. The scores that you input into each section will be totaled once you click the Save Draft button, and the application ranked as field will be populated with the particular category into which the application falls, as indicated on the right of the slide. Once your assessment has been completed, please ensure that you save it once more before clicking on Submit. You will then receive an email confirming your submission, and you may review all your submitted assessments by clicking the My Submitted Forms tab on your home page and then View beside a particular application. Finally, all that's left for me now is to wish you the very best for the next few weeks of assessment. Please don't hesitate to contact us at goi@research.ie if you have any questions at all, and thank you so much for your attention.